Alright, hey guys, welcome to the fourth part. We're really making headway now, to the point where this video is going to be about adding your first product. If you haven't seen the previous part that kind of took you through the whole of Shopify, and it's your first store ever, you've never used Shopify, you're going to have to go watch that one. Otherwise, you're not going to have the stuff ready to follow along with this for a start, and you're also not going to know what's going on. So I will put the link somewhere. Definitely go back and watch that one first. It is a bit longer, then come over here, and otherwise let's dive into it. So from the previous video, we pretty much set up the store. We went through everything and kind of covered it all. We also installed an app called Oberlo. So you can get access to it just by clicking on apps and then coming over here to Oberlo. If you haven't watched it, again, go watch it. Otherwise, just go to visit Shopify App Store, search for Oberlo and install it. Once you've clicked on it, I've already clicked on it, it's going to take you over here to the Oberlo dashboard. So that's the first thing. The second thing, which was in the previous video, is you need to install the Oberlo Chrome extension. Alright, so the Chrome extension pretty much sits over here. There it is. You need to be using the browser Chrome. So Chrome you can just download on Windows and on Mac. It's a specific web browser that you can get. Once you're in there, basically just Google install Oberlo Chrome extension. It will take you here to the Chrome Web App Store, and you're pretty much just going to say add to Chrome, and that will be it, pretty much done. Okay. So I wanted to spend a little bit of time going through actually the whole of Oberlo. So the first thing that you're going to get is dashboard. Now at the moment, obviously you haven't made any sales, you don't have any products, so there's not going to be a lot going on here. They do have a couple really good kind of step-by-step ways that you can get set up with it. This video, and they have other videos and stuff that will go through it. Pretty much we covered the majority of this in the previous video, and a lot of this stuff may not apply. But still, if you have the time and you want to do a little bit more, you can go ahead and watch all of this. So here on the dashboard, pretty much you just see the amount of sales that you've got, how much cost it was in terms of products, and then obviously your net profit. And it breaks it down per month, and you can do per year and daily, weekly, etc. Manage products is where you're going to spend the majority of your time. This is something new that Oberlo has done, is they actually now do their own fulfillment. So they have their own warehouses. As you can see, they have their own products which you can import. I would recommend just sticking with Aliexpress. To be fair, I've never used Oberlo for fulfillment, so they could be really good. From what I've just seen is they don't have as big of a selection as Aliexpress, and they tend to only have kind of your top winning products, which is not entirely what you want to do, because obviously everyone is drop shipping it. So for example, this bag, I would not recommend drop shipping it. It's been drop shipped millions of times. There's tons and tons of people trying to run ads to the same product. I wouldn't even recommend it. And that's kind of the problem I see here. I also think that they are slightly more expensive in terms of product costs. Yeah, I would just stick with Aliexpress, but it is an option if you want to go ahead and use them. So that's the suppliers, also has to do with this. Your import list is essentially what I'm going to show you now. It's empty at the moment. And then my products obviously is where you'll have a list here of the products that you've imported and changed. And then here is where you will be able to fulfill your orders. So when you click here, here it will just show a ton of orders, and then it will show the products, the sizes, the colors, etc. Plus if it has been fulfilled or not fulfilled. And then over here there will be a button to fulfill, and pretty much what you do on a daily basis. I may include a video on fulfilling orders right at the end. It's really simple. Pretty much you just press fulfill and you leave it alone, and it will go and go fulfill all the orders. You'll see it moving on your screen. It jumps between websites and stuff, and then at the end of it, it asks you to pay. Obviously that's your product cost, and yeah, that's fairly simple. And then they do have an inbox, which is like notifications, so they alert you if suppliers have changed their pricing and stuff like that, which can also really be useful if you're working on extremely low margins. Right, so now to get into actually importing your first product. So like I said, we are using the store that we set up yesterday. So if we go over to products, there's just this one product that we created yesterday. I'm actually going to go ahead and delete it. Let's just see, delete it. Alright, so you'll see we will have no products here now. And then this is a product that we found, I think it was in the first or the second video of the series that we went over it. So I'm just going to use it as an example. One thing that I didn't go over, that I do want to go over now in that video in terms of finding actual products when you're searching on AliExpress is you want to always look for ePacket. ePacket is essentially using United States Postal Service in conjunction with China Post. The reason you want to use ePacket is it's trackable, and generally it's 12 to 20 days. So most people are okay to wait 20 days for a product. It's not a problem because people are kind of expecting it at the moment, as long as people can track it. People just want to be able to track, they want to see their package moving from place to place and getting closer to them, so at least they know that you're not a scam or anything like that. Something is actually happening, it's just taking a little bit longer. So ePacket is trackable. So what happens when you come here, you'll see you will be able to choose your various different methods, and then you will see ePacket is there. This one says estimated 25 days. Sometimes it's a bit quicker, and you see that is going to be an additional cost of $2.78. So you want to keep that in mind. And then looks like they have a ton of different colors and stuff. And then they have 1 piece and a 3 piece. Okay. So once you're here, and once you have the Oberlo Chrome extension installed and you've got it set up on your store, you basically just open that and say add to import list. We'll see product being imported. May take a while. So once it says product imported successfully, you just want to press open import list and it will load here. Now this is where you can really start doing a lot of customizations and stuff. So change the title. I think I did say in one of the previous videos is it's going to copy the AliExpress title, which basically is never a good product title to use. It's just a load of rubbish. So for this video I'm going to just call it cat toy, but you can obviously, you want to be a lot more branded. You want to say like the Lushy, you can call it the Lushy cat toy or something branded. Just want to make it really unique. Collections, like I said, if you have multiple products and you want to sort things under certain headings, like in a clothing store you will have shirts and you will have pants in different pages, you can pretty much choose one of those. And this over here is coming from when we went back into Shopify. You go to products and you go to collections. Yesterday we added a few, so that's where it pulls that from. Right, there we go. Select type, don't worry about that. Tags as well, don't worry about it. Description, you can edit it here, but we'll edit it in Shopify, so just leave that as it is. Variants, this is important. You want to definitely edit this here because in Shopify it's just a mission. So the first thing is you want to choose your shipping method. You want to choose ePacket. Okay. The reason why you want to choose this here is when I said earlier, when you've got orders and you want to just press fulfill, Oberlo is going to take the shipping method that you've used here and go ahead and fulfill it with that. So if you choose the wrong shipping method, it's not going to fulfill the orders with that, which means it's not going to go out with ePacket, and then you're just going to have a ton of problems. And you'll see ePacket is an additional $2.78, which it has added on, which is why the profit is now currently minus $2. So here, the SKU, you don't really need to worry about it. You can leave that as is. What you do want to be looking at is the headings and then the things that have been pulled from AliExpress. So for example, the color, white, black, green, red is all fine. But obviously the white, you don't want it to be capitals. Remember, you want to get everything to look like a brand. Brands don't have one color in capital, one color like messed up. Everything needs to be the same. The same thing here, you can't have one piece random color. It just doesn't sound very authentic and doesn't look really good. So what I would do is just say 1x random color, 1x random color. And very important, because all of them are going to be under the same heading, and you see it says size, we will change that just now in Shopify, but you just want to go ahead and replace all of these ones as well. And then for the second option, we'll just do 3x random color, and just go ahead and place all of those as well. Okay, the product cost, obviously this product cost is coming straight from Aliexpress, so you can't change that. The shipping as well is also coming straight from Aliexpress. You'll see it here, e-packet 278, so you obviously can't change that. And then here is what you do want to change, is the price. Right, so we said when you're just starting off, in one of the previous videos, we said just use a basic calculation of 3 times your product cost. That should give you enough space to run some ads, get a few sales because it's not overly expensive, and build up some data. So we're going to do that right now. So essentially what you want to do is take your product cost, which is 278 plus 79. So you do want to work it out specifically, but for this video we'll just round it up. We'll say $3 plus 1, which is 4, times 3 is 12. So you're just going to enter 12. And you'll see now that that is giving you a profit margin of $8.43. That's worked out by saying your price minus your shipping minus your cost. Then they compare at price. This is something that it depends on what ad you're running, what offer you're running, and what you kind of want to do with your store. Do you want the product to be on sale? Do you want it to not be on sale? In this case, we will make it 50% off. So if the product cost is $12, we're going to say that it previously was $26, thus giving you 50% off. Right? Then if you click on images, you'll be able to choose the certain images that you want. Here you want to look for white background. You never want to use black background. So if there's black backgrounds, just dismiss the product or go ahead and Google and try and find some other variation of it. Black backgrounds don't look nice on websites because generally the page is white, and if you have like a black box, it looks really, really messy. So this is really, really cool that everything is in blocks, so they'll be the same sizes. This is white, that's white, that's kind of like a grey, so it will go really nice together. So in this case, the products that it's chosen are good. For example, if it chose like that as the main product image, you would want to go obviously and uncheck that because these ones are a lot better, they just look better. Once that's done, just say import to store. We'll say it's being imported, has been imported to Shopify. If you now go back over to your Shopify store and you go to products, you'll see that the new product is there. Then you will see there's your images, there's the sizes and stuff that you filled. We did say we want to change this. So if you say edit options, you can now edit that. So instead of size, I would just put quantity. That's probably, quantity is a good one. You could maybe call it something else if you wanted. One color, quantity, that's fine. You'll see it's arranged it all nicely for you. Those images are here. If you wanted to maybe put this one first, you can just drag it over and leave it. Here, don't worry about this stuff, except if you want to go ahead and now add it to a collection, you can still do that. You can change the name if you want, and then here is the description, where you can do tons and tons of things, like just for this example, just say new product, XXX. You can change the colors and do a whole lot of stuff and press save. And now if you go view the product on your store, you will see that you now have a fully working product. So you've got product with different images, you've got the ability to choose different colors, to choose different images and stuff. You can choose your quantities, you can add it to cart, and then you can go ahead and buy it. And obviously it's going to say that it's not available, got to pick the plan and stuff. But the reason why I wanted to show you that is literally, that was so easy. It is literally now selling this product on the store. So you can go ahead and launch this store at the moment and people can come and buy this product. And that's it. You've connected a new store with a new brand to a Chinese factory reseller somewhere in China without having to contact them, without having to negotiate and stuff. When you are doing volume, so when you're doing a couple orders a day, what you want to do is you want to go and actually message the supplier on Aliexpress and kind of negotiate for a better rate. So at this point, I think they're charging you 79 cents. if you're doing like 100 or 50 orders of these a day, you can send them a message and say, look, I'm doing a lot of orders with you, can you give me 20% off or 30% off and something like that. And generally they'll be able to make a plan with you. So that's long term, but that's it. It's pretty much, it's working. You can sell this product on your store. And that really kind of sums up this video. In the next video, we're going to dive into, I think, the next part, which is going to be how to write a really, really good description for a product. I wanted to put it in a separate video because I think it's very important on framing the whole product in a buyer's frame and stuff. So I hope that helped. What you must go ahead and do now is, hopefully from yesterday or even now, if you click the link down below, you'll be able to get your first store free for 14 days. What I want you to do now is use the video that was earlier in the series on how to find winning products. Go ahead and find a winning product and import it to your store so that you pretty much have everything set up for the next video. And yeah guys, I'll see you in the next one.